Hello and welcome to MC Explains, an investor education initiative led by Invesco Mutual Fund and moneycontrol.com. Today's episode is on something that is of critical importance in the process of investing. No, it's not return or risk, rather it's to do with transmission of assets. Death is a reality we don't like to face, but along with other aspects of life, it impacts our investments too. Who inherits your mutual fund investments in the event that you are no longer there? This is a crucial decision as you wouldn't want your hard-earned money to lie unused. Also, wouldn't you want that process of transmission to be as smooth as possible for your family members? In order to ensure that investments are not left unclaimed, assigning a nominee is very important. Recently, SEBI has enhanced the nomination rules in order to make transmission more logical and seamless. Here is what you need to know. All mutual fund investments need to have nomination details added unless you have chosen expressly to opt out. This option is there and needs to be selected either online or on the physical form. Nomination is compulsory where there is only one holder and optional in case of joint holders. What you should keep in mind is that nomination is helpful even in case of joint holders because it may happen that both holders pass away at the same time. When the investor passes away, the designated nominee receives the mutual fund assets without tax incident on this transmission. In case of joint holding, the surviving investor has the option to go along with the current nominees or even change them.
Effective December 15th, 2025, SEBI will allow up to 10 nominees per investment.
This is an advantageous change as it allows investors to look beyond their immediate family in case they want to give back to society, for example. Investors need to provide identification details like PAN, driver's license, or last 4 digits of Aadhaar number for the nominee. Along with this, their residential address, relationship, and date of birth, in case the nominee is a minor, are also needed. Minors can also be added as nominees. In this case, however, name and address of the guardian of the nominee will be needed. Where there are multiple nominees, in the event of assets being transferred, they have the option to continue as joint holders in the same folio or open new folios. Hence, in case nominees don't want to remain invested in the same folio, it can be separated too.
Effective December 15th, 2025, for single holders, SEBI will provide an option to empower a chosen nominee to operate the investment account in the event that the investor is incapacitated.
Here we are not talking about death, rather it's about managing in a phase which is a lot more inconvenient. There is an additional provision to specify in advance a value or a percentage of assets which can be encashed by the nominee. While listening to these provisions, you may have also understood that although you have a choice, having a nominee is of utmost importance, given that life is rather unpredictable. However, a nominee is not a legal heir, and the courts recognize nominees as trustees of assets until transferred to legal heirs. If you are a nominee and also a legal heir, there is no uncertainty. However, the transfer of assets can legally be contested if the nominee is not a legal heir. Nominees are expected to cooperate and carry out their duty in case there is a need to transfer assets to the legal heir. In order to claim assets after the death of the investor, it's not sufficient for nominees' name to be present. As a nominee, you must present your original identity and also the death certificate of the investor. Along with this, the nominee's KYC for mutual fund investments should be up to date, and if the assets were pledged, then there has to be proof that creditors are not claiming the said mutual fund investment as payment. The process of adding nominees or opting out can be carried out directly with the asset manager or with the registrar and transfer agent relevant to the asset manager. And all of this is doable online and doesn't take more than just a few minutes. With a nominee present, the transmission of assets can be effected and completed within a week's time. This really makes life simple for those you may leave behind. Have you added a nominee to your mutual fund investments? If not, then better get to it soon. Stay tuned to MC Explains for more such informative videos on mutual fund investing. Thank you.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.